Yeah, so there's another issue, and that is mob action.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm looking at Major Mahama, unfortunately. I'm looking at other incidents in this country, including even people of my own party, let me admit, that I'm worried about. When people are taken to police station or Yoko or wherever, then we are mass people there.
Yeah.
I think it needs to stop. I think it needs to stop because one day, and kudos to the military men, they could have discharged their weapons
easily.
And we'll be talking about dead people today. And I think that they conducted themselves with extreme restraint. And I thank them for that. But one day, with some of these mob actions, if you're not careful, and in fact, even the member of parliament was at risk. Somebody could have, mistakenly shot and killed him. And I think that we need to be very mindful. There should be serious deliberation on how we do arrest and how we manage people of high profile or intention situations, as it happened this weekend, where the police and military strategic in their retreat when the issue occurred. That remains to be examined. But I'm very interested from a security standpoint that the insecurity in this country, largely due to some of the incidents that are occurring. I mean, immigration officers have been shot and killed. All of these, for me, is worrying.
Yeah.
And I think that Muntaka, the Interior Minister, Honorable, has to take this very serious. And in addition, since we don't have a defense minister, finance minister, defense minister, we have an issue. And I think that, first of all, the presidency is joking with us in this country. A defense ministry without a minister, substantive minister, for me, I think is quite telling that our president is not taking seriously our defense of this nation, because that is not a ministry that should be left for even 12 weeks without a very substantive minister. And I think that by the end of this month, truly, if our defense is very important to the president, he has to appoint. He has to. We cannot have this ever-increasing chaos in our security systems and be without a defense minister. I am deeply troubled. And there's a reason why there's a finance ministry and there's a reason why there's a defense ministry. Both are very demanding, very, very demanding. And I can almost tell you on air that finance minister today on his books is the budget.
Yeah. Not
our defense in this nation. And for that reason, I think that Mr. President, considering all the many factors, the kind of armory that the Galamseyers have, I think that it's about time we get an appointment and a substantive minister, for that matter, for defense. Now, in many instances, I think members of parliament are called to put out fires. So I can agree to the fact that maybe the MP was there to put out fire based on his narrative. But I think that following the suspects to police station was not right. It's one thing going to the site and trying to talk to the officials to calm waters. And there's another thing following them to the police station with crowds and all of that. And quite recently, assembly members got killed, okay? And that is why I think that this idea of mob action and young boys fighting authority. I mean, Obuasi, they got shot and killed. Yeah. Even that, people did not change. So we really, from a security standpoint, either need to be careful about how we do arrest and what we do afterwards. You know, those other incidents in the north, in fact, to be quite specific, in the Wa area, where people also went to police station and actually engaged in a battle with the police. And it's becoming a bit too much. Some of us in the draw, so when we see guns, we are worried. But others think they have you know what it takes in terms of talisman and things like that.
They are fortified.
They are fortified, but Charlie, sometimes you hit the wall and it doesn't work. You know, and I think that you know, Muntaka, Interior Minister, and Atufo said at this point in time, since he's acting, we have a problem. Now, admittedly, President Mahama is at a table with Galamseyers. And I say this with the greatest of respect to him, as my friend has elaborated it here, that they preached that they would even release people in jail for Galamseying. So as it stands now, they are in a conundrum. You know, they were in bed with the Galamseyers. They have to maintain their bed status with the Galamseyers, and they're in a conundrum. So how do you fight it? When you preached one thing, how do you fight it? And all those, as it is, if I remember, the fight for Galamsey, demonstrations, it appears that those who were pushing the Galamsey fight agenda are now at Gold Board, you know, who are furthering this. And I'm happy to see that Minority Leader Afenyo Markin is questioning how do you determine that the gold collected at Gold Board is not from Galamsey site? How do you determine? And until then, my assumption, which I said here a few days ago, that Gold Board is also fueling Galamseying because they cannot identify who and what and how they are getting their gold. And until you can, you know, trace it, my goodness, every Galamseyer will find a way to get it to you. And for that reason, I think that we are in a big, you know, big mess. And it'll take some very tough measures. Keep it in mind that we've lost 8 powerful lives to Galamsey. You know, the likes of Mutala, the likes of the former defense minister, a huge loss, Dr. Omane Boama, and we need to use that as it is, a transition period, a movement based on the lives we've lost as a nation. These are externalities, and the lives we are losing because of, you know, these guys were washing and literally damaging the environment where they were. You know, after damaging to extract, they were now washing close to town, and it is known that they do that. And that is why the MC alerted, apparently, the NIMOS team that, hey, go there. These guys are now known to be doing this washing with chemicals at this site. And for that matter, the soil is being damaged. And these chemicals will then be brought into the river body and destroy the crops and things like that. So in summary, enough of the theory, enough of the talking. Your actions are speaking louder. And as it stands, all of us are watching the bill terms for this MP, and I think it's the most ridiculous thing, though appropriate. But in comparison to the other bill terms, you know, I think there's 10 million, 5 million for, you know, allegations of similar sort. What is the difference between the Asutifi MP, except for the fact that times are good for NDC? When you sin during NDC time, your bill terms, and in fact, your discharge from police is so fast.
Swift.
So swift. That is real 24-hour economy.
But if the police has no reason to hold you, why should they?
Oh, but so all the other MPP guys who were arraigned for questioning and kept for 5 days,
granted bail and failed to meet bail conditions.
Hey, look at the bail terms now. Listen, I'm happy, you know, we have somebody with some legal background here. It'll be very difficult for him to justify how others are getting 150,000 bail and others are getting 10 million. Plenty. I think this one is difficult. And if we want to be fair, come on. Attorney General, Chief Justice, acting or whether substantive soon, please. The bill should, we're not in an animal farm. The bill for people should be standardized to an extent. In the same year, considering inflation and everything, I understand, but Charlie, MPP sins are 10 million, NDC sins are 150,000.
The alleged crimes are different.
Oh, please.
The sums involved in these crimes are different.
Your bail terms, listen, it's not always a factor of just necessarily what the issues are. It is something to hold you, you know, in check, so that when you are found guilty, then whatever fines will be applied. If that was the case, then, you know, other people who steal chicken and things, their bill should be just based on the chicken fee. You understand? Chicken bakuyahe. Please. So I think that out of all of this, for me, my shocker of when I heard the news that the man has been arraigned, questioned, granted bail, like within 24 hours. In fact, within 6 hours. Wow. I mean, if this is afforded to many other people, it will be nice. It will be nice. So, Mr. IGP, you know, right? Fantastic name. Please help educate the public on how we arrived at 150,000 for this man, and then the wound to me.
But that's the judge's decision.
Oh, that's why I'm saying he should educate us.
The IGP.
And I even mentioned, I said Chief Justice.
Chief Justice, Pharaoh.
Okay.
Acting.
I also added the Attorney General because I think that if we want to be fair-minded, then the bail conditions and the arraignment and the processes should be the same for him, the same for me, whether under Mahama administration or Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo's administration. And that is me being an ordinary Ghanaian and stating the facts that I'm troubled. And when you look at the bill terms, it's strikingly different.
Good morning.